Hey guys, this is Caesar. Welcome back to my video. In this video, we're going to discuss further Sam Crowley's podcast house. Now, we're going to be going over module number 1, or the construction room. So in here, there's several other videos on how to start recording your podcast. Now, we're going to record your podcast with an audio recording software, which is free. That's Audacity, different formats, how to interview people, where to find content for your show, where to host your podcast. You can use Podomatic, which is free. There's a free version to Blueberry, which is minimal. It's a minimal cost. I believe it's like $12, I believe. Where to do intros and extras for your podcast. Different recording equipment, how often should you podcast, and a little bit over how to use WordPress. So whenever you start your podcast, Audacity is a great way to record it. It is free. You can just download it onto your PC or your Mac, and Sam does a great job as far as showing examples and demonstrating how to use Audacity. Now, one of the things that I really do like is at the end he'll put in some takeaways or highlights of the videos and some resources, where to find Audacity and how to install certain softwares or plugins. So module number 1 goes over Audacity, as you can see here, and I'm not going to go over each and every one. I'm just giving you a fast overlook of what's inside. So for here, different formats. Now, do you want to do a solo show, just you talking? You can do a co-host, you can do interviews, and I personally like number 1 and number 2. Sometimes you just want to get something off your chest and talk about it, something that you're passionate about. Number 2, I like to interview experts or people that are very informative. They're experts in their field on a certain topic. It's a great way to create a podcast, by interviewing experts, cohorts, people that that have a lot to say. So that's great. And again, there's links and resources and takeaways on this. So let's go to the next room, which is interviewing people. So on here, Sam does another example, takeaways, and basically the format and how to go about interviewing people. And another thing is to have confidence in what you do, have confidence in your passion and your message, and just go for it. Go show that passion, have it show through your podcast. And again, there's a template for announcing the interview is live, and you can download that and go over it. Once you purchase Podcast House, you can look at all those videos. Now, we're like at number 4, I believe. Where to find content. So a lot of people have a lot of passion, but there's going to come a time where you're going to have a roadblock of, hey, what else can I talk about? Well, he goes into detail of where to go. News feeds. You can have Google Alerts and a certain topic. Google Alerts on a certain topic. Let's say your topic is sewing. So if you go into Google Alerts, you can set it up to where you're going to receive messages or alert on any topic about sewing, a new sewing machine, a new sewing pattern, anything sewing. And that would be a great up-to-date current information to create a podcast. So that was a quick overview on finding content for your show. He's going to go into detail on how to use Podomatic, Blueberry, and Blueberry is actually pretty cool because you can install a PowerPress plugin to a WordPress site. And if you have a website or a blog, you can host your podcast on there. So you're going to have video, a podcast, maybe a sign-up form, and it's really to gain leads, gain exposure, and he gives you videos and instructions on how to do that. Okay, guys. So, and Blueberry does have a lot of powerful tools that shows you statistics of how many downloads you have, how many people have listened to your podcast, what time and what area in the world are people listening to your message and your passion. So that's a great product, and there's others as well like Libsyn, but really it's up to you. So a lot of people aren't tech gurus, and we show you, or Podcast House shows you, how to include an intro and extra to your podcast, kind of like a movie trailer, if you will, where to find royalty-free music. There's a lot of free stuff, but there's also some paid sources, but it's totally up to you. Fiverr is a great source, and Incompetech, I checked them out, and they have a lot of good services. You can choose different packages, and you can even custom make your package to do an intro or extra. Now down to recording equipment. Really, podcasting does not have to be expensive. You can go with what you have now. You might have to buy a little microphone, a better microphone, but you have your economy microphone, mid-class microphone, and luxury microphone. It's totally up to you. I myself started with an inexpensive microphone, and it works great. So go behind the videos. You can look at the resources, and he gives you more detail on the microphone. So definitely a must watch. And there's several other things here. How often you should podcast? It's totally up to you. Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. You can do 7 times a week. It's up to you. I would recommend to do a schedule. Pick out your topics, make a little outline. Now you can just go with the flow and talk about it, or other people like to do an outline, write it down. I like to do a little bit of both. I like to pick a topic, make some highlights or bullet points, if you will, and just go with what go with your passion. But if it's a topic that you're not really an expert in, do your research. Find some great content to share, and that's key. You need to create compelling content, and that's going to keep your listeners engaged. And from a podcast, you can do a video. The biggest thing here is create compelling free content, and your podcast should flourish. And the last one is learn WordPress. So you guys, I appreciate you staying here till the end of the video. On my next video, we're gonna go into the other room and break down that one. That would be Module Tool and Cultivate. So you guys, if you have not done so, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.